I see less and less people fighting for themselves. Fight for yourself, because no one else is gonna fight for you. Nobody else. Nobody else is gonna fight for you. This game of life is not fair. It's not a fair game. And I see so many people, they are set to lose. They will be losing in their life. Me, I won't. I'm winning at any and all costs. Everybody sits around, lets themselves self-sabotage themselves. This is a hellish existence. This is a hellish way to live, because every time you get some success, you continuously nip it in the bud. You continuously nip it in the bud. Because we have this thing. We love to focus on, it could be this, 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 and this. Oh, look at this option. This is a great option. Oh, look at this option. This is a great option. Oh, look at this option. This is a great option. And we all do this. We all do this. But man, you got to get skin in the game in at least one thing. You got to go for that one thing. And during that one thing, you'll see that you completed 10 things or halfway completed 5. But if you don't fight for yourself, you will get walked over. Every single day, you will continuously get walked over, and you got to stop doing this. You got to stop allowing this to happen. Straight up. I'm spitting this in the woods. And people looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't give a fuck. This is me fighting for myself. Because what is my mission? My mission on this earth is to just spit what the fuck is on my brain. Spit what's on my mind. I have to do it. I have to do it no matter what. And me not fighting for myself is if I was quiet right now. Quiet for what? I got this thought in my brain that I need to enact. And it's the topic of fighting for yourself. Every single day. And every single day, there's 2 to 3 things that you got to hit the mark on. There's 2 to 3 things that you can find. 2 to 3 things that you can hit the mark on every single day. And then you'll look back and be like, oh shit. I'm so glad I did I'm so glad I did XYZ. I'm so glad I did ABC. I'm so glad I restarted and then learned more. Because man, life is a continuous restart. And first of all, another thing, we need to stop waiting for people to come and save us in our life. That's not going to happen. That's not happening. Nobody is going to come save you like you think they are. Bottom line, point blank, period. Straight up. And especially when you're in the trenches, because this is the thing about being in the trenches. There's a stink on you. There's an aura. Nobody wants to be around you, especially people in the trenches with no sense of humor, because that's another thing to this life shit. This is a fucking joke. So if you want to take this you want to take this shit so serious to the point where then you start walking around moping and like, oh, nothing's going my way. But there's a million people that would kill to be in your position. And you can't even see what you got because what? Because you ain't looking. You ain't looking to see what you have. Because you're like, oh, well, we don't have XYZ. We don't have this figured out, so we don't have anything figured out. That's never true. That will never be true. Ever. That will never be true. That's the bottom line, man. I'm out in the woods, spitting it. Spitting it, man. The only way I know how. And my videos, they ain't got the crazy editing. Ants crawling on my bag. Ants crawling up in my bag. They ain't got the crazy editing. I don't need the crazy editing, man. Because this is my mission. This is where I'm at. And this is the thing. You look around. You see, especially if you're in an environment like this, you look around, you see everybody fucking up, and you're pointing, oh, they're fucking up in this way, this way, this way, this way. And then you start compile all this advice that you give to these people around you that are making all these mistakes and all these people who are losing in their life. Compile all of this shit. And then shut your mouth and just do it yourself, man. Because the only way we can really learn, the best way to learn is to see somebody by example. And that's the truth. And that's the truth. Nobody wants to hear your excuses anymore. Nobody cares, especially past a certain age. Like, you ain't a kid no more. Nobody gotta listen to your excuses. And even when you're a kid, man, it's like, bro, even when you're a kid, I feel like the best thing to do is get ahead. And if you're not, this is the easiest time to get ahead. Everybody like to say the word NPC, normie, and shit like that. Well, guess what, bruh? The trenches is riddled with them. And guess what, bruh? Another thing, too, you calling all this shit out, there's a whole bunch of NPCs and normies lapping you, bruh. You're getting lapped by the people that you make fun of constantly. You're getting shit on by them. They're getting somewhere. They're not even aware of the things, they're aware of less and doing more than you. There are people in this world that have less knowledge than you do, but they have the thing that makes shit happen, man. Straight up. Another thing rolling through my head, especially because I come from the art world. But I come from the art world with like a fucking David Goggins, Jocko perspective as well. Because I come from a military family. I am the artist in my family, but I come from a military family as well. And I can't shake those military teachings. Like I'm ready, like man, talk about eating shit, talking about doing things under certain circumstances, man, like, and that's the thing, something will always be happening internally. Something will always be happening inside of you. But you still have to show up. There is no excuses, because that one thing is happening. There is no excuses, man. Because that's the thing, the world don't stop for none. This tree is alive. The world doesn't stop for none. This tree gonna keep growing. Whether you having a bad day or not, that shit don't matter. The tree don't care if you're having a bad day. The tree doesn't care about what a rock is doing. A lion don't give a fuck what the fox is doing. And living like a lion is the best way to live. Because I don't give a fuck, man. You guys are faking it. This productivity hacking shit and all that shit. No, dude, you guys are faking it. You guys are faking the funk, and I know damn well you are. Because there's 2 to 3 things to do in a day. And for all this time you're spending on these various things, what's moving? And I understand that we have to have patience, but all this time that we spend on these different things, and when is it gonna hit for you? Or when are you gonna realize this shit's not hitting? And that's fine. And the thing is, probably it's not even that it's not hitting. You probably just need the tiniest adjustment. But you need to not be so attached to what the fuck you doing. You gotta be able, even if it's your creation or whatever the case may be, you gotta be able to be your biggest critic. And you gotta be able to be your biggest love. And you gotta be able to be your biggest hater. You gotta be, because ain't nobody a bigger hater than I am for myself. No. So it has to be me. It has to be me fighting for me in that way. Because I ain't gonna listen to somebody else's critique. No. Especially, there are no critiques to be had, especially when you're in the trenches. Nobody wants to help you out. Nobody wants to help you. You know who wants to help you the most? You. You know who wants to stop getting stepped on, and you know who wants to succeed? You. And I know it's dangerous to get what you want in this life. I totally understand. That shit's terrifying. And most people who get what they want, dude, look at that. Look at the athletes. Look at like Mike Tyson. Look at John Jones. They get what they want, and they're like wilding the fuck out. They burn all the money, because it ain't about that. It ain't about that. But guess what? When you ain't got no money, it is about that. And with the amount of people living check to check, it's about the money. Because it can be about the money and your passions and the art. We love to separate everything in this world. Everything in this world is one. Take one cell out of this tree. This tree will not be. Take one cell out of this tree. This tree will not be. Take one cell out of this tree. The tree will not be. Fight for yourself. Or get knocked the fuck out. I don't care.